Morning. So today we're on the way to the Everglades. We're going to see if we can see some crocodiles. So let's see if we get a mess. Never done this before, something new, so yeah, let's go.
See crocodiles.
Crocodiles. Going to go in a water boat.
Feed them to me.
Feed them, you feed you to them, you mean? Let's hope not. That'd be dangerous.
I'm gonna get them a hand. Look.
So that's us outside waiting for our pickup.
Yay!
We're going to go to the Everglades. See some crocodiles. It is about 7:30 in the morning. Nice and early, nice and cool actually, quite easily doing this time of day in Miami because it got a bit ridiculous yesterday. So yeah, let's see what happens today. Teddy decided he loves alligators.
I can do this once.
What are you doing?
Once.
Yeah, you're going to hurt yourself. Your viewers are going to think you're off your head. That's Scottish for crazy.
Yeah, baby.
That's us on the bus going to the Everglades. Say hi, Teddy. Catch some of the Miami skyline.
Woke up today, felt more of the same. A marathon runner, running in place. Carved through the hills like a river to nowhere. Little less thinking, a little more space.
No. First time, everyone, sure.
No,
No? Who did it? Can you raise your hand?
I've been in Everglades, but more port area than anywhere else
Okay. So, did you have a guide when you go there, or you went by yourself?
by myself.
By yourself. Okay. Did the captain tell you what is exactly the Everglades?
No.
Do you know? No? Okay. Guys, what is the Everglades for everybody? Anybody? What do you think is the Everglades?
Swamp.
Swamp? Everybody think it's a swamp? Nothing else? Okay. It's totally normal that you guys think it's a swamp, okay? As it is your first time, my first time I thought it was a swamp. It's actually not, guys. Biggest curiosity of the tour, the most important. The Everglades is actually a slow motion river. It starts from the lake, that's called the Lake of Okeechobee. If you go on Google Map, zoom out, state of Florida, between Orlando and Miami, there is a big blue circle. You can't miss it, guys. It's a huge lake. It's called the Lake of Okeechobee. That's where the water starts from and will flow and throw itself to the Gulf of Mexico. Start to finish, so from the lake to the Gulf of Mexico, north to south, it's about 125 miles long. But the water will take 1 year to reach out its destination, as it will move a few inches per hour. So very slow, it's very, very slow. That's why people think it is a swamp, because by eyes it is static, but it's actually flowing. So the Everglades is not swamp at all, it's actually a slow motion river. It is pretty big, it is 1.5 million of acres. So I have a little traffic light here, I can use this to show you a little bit. So this is the Miami city, right? Everything that you see here, guys, is the Everglades. 1.5 million of acres. It's bigger than Miami. You see the big blue circle right here? Everybody?
Yeah.
This is the Lake of Okeechobee. That's where the water starts from. Will flow all the way down, start to finish, 125 miles long, and it will throw itself to the Gulf of Mexico. So no swamp, guys. Make sure to remember this. Everglades river. Crocodile, he has a beautiful smile on each side of his jaw. He looks like he's smiling at you. Of course he's not, he's just foolish. Alligator has a tongue, crocodile do not have a tongue. Crocodile can do salt and fresh water. Alligator only fresh. If they find themselves into the salt, they have between 3 to 6 hours to find their way back into the fresh. If not, they will die automatically. So Everglades, pretty big. We have 3 zones. We have the mangroves, we have sawgrass, which is the border where we're going today because it's the only location we can do an airboat ride, and we have big cypress, which is located in the middle. Big cypress, sawgrass, fresh water. 80% of the Everglades, fresh water. Mangroves, zone number 1. Down south, direction Key West, it is salty water, guys. We're not going to go there as we want to see alligator, okay? There is no alligator in the salt water. Beautiful day today, Saturday. So every Saturday, guys, on the left, I gave it the nickname myself, the Titanic, guys. Why? It is the biggest, largest cruise ship in the world, guys. With crew member and passenger, 9,000 people can fit on that one. On the left side, Icon of the Sea, which is the real name, guys, Icon of the Sea, from Royal Caribbean, guys, okay? So you're very lucky to see that cruise ship is less than a year, guys, huh? They built it about 7-8 months ago. So pretty brand new, beautiful cruise ship. As you can see on the right, they're pretty big too, but compared to the Icon, they are babies. The Icon is pretty enormous. Okay? So I repeat the name of the boat, Icon of the Sea, guys, from the company Royal Caribbean.
Hit it.
Ow, just sat that game.
Is that more?
It's a flip. Wow. Yeah, we need to wait till last off.
Look, Teddy.
Guys, go straight to the main building. Water, cheap sneakers, whatever you want. Go to the bathroom. Try to go to the bathroom. If you come back from the after the show, if you want to go to the bathroom, go to the one to the right. Come on, go to this way, because there is no bathroom. Okay? I will find you and give you the stickers, guys.
Okay. Let's go to the bathroom. Yeah.
All good?
All good, yeah?
If you can send me that video when I talk, that would be super nice.
You can get it on YouTube.
On YouTube? Okay.
Yeah, we've got every channel.
I'm going to send you the WhatsApp. I'm going to send you a link. If you can do a review and you send me your YouTube, I will
I will
subscribe.
do. Excellent. Nice.
That's cool.
Let's go to the bathroom.
Yes. Oh, I like the hat. That's a dinosaur? Huh? What is his name? Can you find him a name or not?
You can speak, Teddy.
Alright guys, I'm going to take care of the tickets. You guys take care.
Fine. Yeah, yeah.
So number 4. When they call number 4,
Group number 4.
we go down the dock.
Excellent. Come over here. Let's stick your head in that. Yeah. Yeah? Oh, good. See you in a bit.
Ja, zie je wie
You see?
Ja, vi kommer till EU. Ingen i-dam.
Teddy?
Oh my God. Sorry, my English car runs slow sometimes. Everybody ready to go?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. As you guys can see, pretty full boat today. We're going to share the space. Let's go. See you tomorrow, guys.
No, he's not sitting there, it's fine. Everybody stop repeating yourself, please.
Captain Nadim. I am from the Dominican Republic and I'm going to be your captain today. Before we go out, there's just a couple rules. Number one, most important, please no smoking in the boat. That includes vaping. I'm sitting on 40 gallons of gas. We don't want to turn our airboats into a rocket ship, you know? We're going to try to see alligators today, not the moon. Now, second rule is only for you guys because I don't have a roof. This one, it hurts. So careful if you stand up, especially when we're going fast. Everything in this boat hurts. You don't want to trip and fall inside this boat or outside. Even worse. Now, third rule is really important as well. Hands inside the boat. That includes touching the animals and the plants. There's things inside the plants, on top and under, that do not like humans. And I don't think I gotta explain to you guys why touching an alligator is not a good idea. Pretty obvious, right? Now, talking about alligators, raise your hand if you came here to see gators today. Nobody? Don't be shy. I know what you want to see. That's what I want to see. And I get it. I get excited when I see them out here every day. So I get it. Now, the good thing is in the past days, they have been coming out. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun today. Now, this is my first ride of the day. These are wild animals. So I can't promise you exactly how much we're going to see or how much we're not going to see. We got to go out there and find out together, okay? What I can promise you is that in the time we have, I'm going to hit every spot possible and give you my best. Okay. Good? Go, right? And the bad thing is that I have missed that jump before.
You're supposed to go and get the boat now. He jumped, yeah.
Everglades Holiday Park. Now, first thing we're gonna do before we head out is check if a microphone is working, and for that, I need you guys' help. It's very simple. If you guys can hear me, let me hear you make some noise. Yay! There we go. That's the attitude right there. Now, in this beautiful morning, just to tell you a little bit more about your boat and your captain, we are out in this beautiful pink boat called the Tata Express, powered by two Sherry 502 engines, giving us a combined 920 horsepower, which means that this girl might get a little fighty sometimes. Now, my name once again is Captain Nadim. I am born and raised in the Dominican Republic. I grew up driving boats and playing baseball. And thanks to God, this is what I do every day now as a living. Fast, it also means that we're gonna get loud. So, if you're sitting in the last two rows, I do recommend you cover your ears once I let you know that we're hitting a speed trail. Now, if you're wearing sunglasses, hats, anything that could fly away, be careful, because anything that falls in the water stays right there. But if you feel confident, you know, if you're going to run to your cell phone or camera and not let that fly away, this first speaker is always a great opportunity for a video. With that said, cover your ears, secure those items, and prepare those cameras, because, ladies and gentlemen, ready or not, we are going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go! Yeah! Welcome everybody to the Florida Everglades. Now that we are away from the park, I can really say that. Now, can you guys believe that sometimes some people might refer to the Everglades as a dirty, ugly swamp? Like, come on, take a look around. As you guys can see, it is not ugly at all. Because the thing is, you gotta understand that all my friends already tell me that I do look like Bigfoot, so. With that said, this is really what the adventure starts. Please cover your ears once again. We're going to take our second and shortest feature of the tour. It's going to be a real quick one. We just want to get to the open area that we have over there. So, cover your ears. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. To the Shiner Hole. Now that we made it to the Shiner Hole, we are in search of 2 big gators that like to swim this area. Now in the past 2 weeks, they have been hanging around in opposite sides of the Shiner Hole. One all the way down to the left over there, and the other one back here to the right side. Now we're gonna try to find the one back here to the right side first, because it's the hardest one to find of the 2. And then we're gonna go search for the one on the left side. Now, the one on the left side. The next boat is coming soon. It's not their fault that it took us this long. Well, the boats that were in front of us could not find this gator, but right here to the left side of the boat, we have our first wild alligator. If you can't see him, you'll be easy prey around here. Side. Right there we have our first wild alligator. Now these animals have 80 teeth in their mouth, 4 in the top, 4 in the bottom. And every time they bite down on something hard or another animal, and it's very possible they will lose 2 or 3 teeth. They regrow them in such a spectacular manner that the average alligator goes through thousands of teeth during the lifetime. Alright, left side, here we go again.
see it, yeah?
I came up close to the boat.
Alright, I'm showing you that one more time, and unfortunately we do have to keep going. Now that we're leaving this gator behind, especially being our first wild alligator, there is only one thing to say. Now, plants coming out of the water all around us may look to you like lily pads. That is because they're from the same family. Now, if you've seen lily pads before, you've seen that they float on top of the water no matter how deep or shallow the water is. Right side, coming from the plants coming out of the water right there. All right, left side, here we go. Flower could save your life out here.
Coffee, drink water.
Could be. How about when let me see, this is too long. How about when I start peeling it down side to side? Now when you're doing this, you gotta be very careful because it is a flower, it's delicate, and it could easily break. So you have to treat her nice, just like you do with your wife. I hope. With that silence, I'm really sorry for her wife. When you get to the bottom, you can actually breathe on the water with this. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's just an Everglades necklace. Now hold on. I am gonna prove to you that this can save your life, okay? Okay? Let's say over here. Is this a married couple?
Yes.
Alright, perfect. Sir, what's your name?
Nick.
Nick, everybody say hi to our friend Nick over here.
Hi, Nick.
And what's your name? Anne. Everybody say hi to our friend Anne over here.
Hi, Anne.
Now, let's say this beautiful couple was not out here with you guys, but on a private tour. And they get stranded out here. The boat is not working anymore. It doesn't really matter what the reason is the boat is not working anymore. His wife will blame him. So this can be his gamble. The number one, she's gonna get happy because he did something nice. No. Number two, most likely because she wants to go home, she will smack him in the face with the necklace. So take your gamble. Now, I am gonna go and give this to my co-captain right over here. There you go. And I want to know if we're having fun so far.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions before we keep going? No? All right. We're going to exit this natural part of the Everglades, head into our canals, and go fast one more time on our way home, okay? Awesome. Good. Also, please stay sitting down until we are properly tied up, and I'll let you know when it's time to get out.
So was that good fun?
And as I completely understand that in a lot of parts of the world that it's not common to give gratuities.
That was good, Ted. I can't tie it. Keep walking, get the water. Look where you're going. Because I've got my hands full. That was really good. He was very funny, very knowledgeable. We'll tie it in a minute. The captain made him a little necklace. Yeah. This is going to go see a gator show. There's lots of gators in there. See how close we can get.
Some you saw 3, some maybe saw 2, 4. That's not bad. It's really interesting. Right now the weather's starting to change, so it's getting cooler here. With that, these guys are starting to move around a lot more, so everybody's going out 10, 15 minutes apart from each other, but everybody's seeing something completely different, just because they're all out there moving around. So you guys came during a really interesting time. It's kind of a transitional period for these guys. Also, it's not super hot out. Pretty nice, you know, pretty nice. So before we get started with the show, there's a couple things I want to go over just concerning all the alligators you guys see in here. So all these guys in here, they're what's known as nuisance alligators. Basically, that just means that they were found anywhere they weren't supposed to be. You know, whether it was someone's backyard, a pond, a canal, a swimming pool, off the golf course, you know, ate the neighbor's dog, something like that. Usually, if you have a nuisance alligator, you're going to want to call out an alligator trapper. Okay, hopefully for you, the trapper catches and removes the alligator. It doesn't matter if the alligator is 3 feet or 13 feet. It takes him 5 minutes or 5 weeks. He's going to charge you the same exact price every single time, and that price is actually nothing. I mean, look, you got squirrels in your attic, $400, right? 11-foot alligator in the backyard. You get grandma, don't worry, free. Alligator removal, it's free in the state of Florida because the alligator itself is the pain. You know, a trapper gets to keep the alligator, he can then kill it and bring it to a processing plant where he gets paid for the very majestic animals. Bring it to a processing plant where you get paid for the valuable meat and hide. That's where you get alligator buoys, belts, handbags, wallets, all that kind of stuff. The state of Florida, it's very smart by doing that. It saves them a lot of money, but more importantly, it saves them liability by not hiring and paying a trapper. That way, if a trapper does go out, get his arm ripped off, his leg ripped off, there's no workman's compensation, there's no disability checks. They just sort of scratch some dumb redneck's name off a list and hire another trapper. With that being said, I am a licensed alligator trapper for the state of Florida. I work under a guy named Paul. He's one of the few, if not the only committed non-kill trappers in the entire state. Quite frankly, not many people are dumb enough to work 30 to 60 hours a week for free, especially to save an animal that would love to rip the face off the first time you meet it. Like I said, we get paid for the meat and the hide of the alligator. We don't kill them. If another trapper did go out to get them, more than likely they'd be harvested. So this is a rescue, not in the sense that they're rescued from injury. It's more the rescue from like the Louis Vuitton grab. But generally when we get one of these guys, they'll come in the pit overnight and then they get relocated to a wildlife preserve down in Homestead, but they can never truly go back out into the wild. Okay, they tried relocating these guys years ago, way back when they were endangered. Back then if an alligator ate your dog, they moved 50 miles out into the Everglades. Months later, a new puppy was vanished. So that same gator, he found his way home. So they relocated him a second time to an even further, more remote location, somehow, some way. He's back in the house in Wolf. My sister had a boyfriend like that one time. Hey, but him I got rid of. Thanks, guys. What we do in this pit is alligator wrestling, kind of, sort of. Look, it's not like actual wrestling, and I do have to say that. I'm not going to kick, punch, or hurt the alligators in any way. Young boys in particular, they get especially disappointed. They think I'm going to come in here with a luchador mask and a folding chair and just start cracking alligators over the skull. But it's not that kind of wrestling. All alligator wrestling is a weird corner right here. I don't know what you guys are doing. They see kids, they think they're being fed. All alligator wrestling really is, it's the old Seminole capturing techniques mimicked in a pit like this with a few extra stunts thrown in. So there's 3 or 4 of us who actually volunteer our time here. We're not employed by the park for the same reason the trappers aren't employed by the state. That's just liability. So the only money I do make throughout the day, it comes from the tip basket you guys see down there. So anything you throw in there for me goes towards any medical bills I may get doing the shows, gas and equipment to go out and get these guys. Quite frankly, it also goes towards keeping the lights on. So anything you guys do throw in there, I appreciate. Well, with that, any of you are familiar with the television show on Animal Planet called Gator Boys? You're going to notice a different reaction between the alligators you guys see in this pit and the wild alligators you see on TV. Normally, if I were to get this close to a bunch of wild alligators, they're going to do one of 2 things. And I guarantee you, neither of which is just this. They're going to either A, make some huge explosive move to attack me, but that would be out of self-defense. That'd be them thinking that I'm a predator, I'm a threat, or more likely, they'd make an equally explosive move to try to escape. Either way, there's going to be some massive explosion of energy. Massive explosion. Hey, Debo, that's you. Hey. You're supposed to be a big, scary alligator. We rehearsed this. And these guys don't do that so much. These guys don't do that because most of them have been in here long enough to realize I'm not a threat, I'm not going to hurt them. Alligators, they're ectothermic or cold-blooded, so they really only have a handful of those big explosive moves in them before their bodies begin to fill up with lactic acid. Eventually, they can barely move. So if all of these guys in here know that the worst possible outcome is me sitting on their backs right there for 7 or 8 minutes, telling a few bad jokes, it's not worth fighting me all out for the next 15 minutes and then being completely exhausted for the next 1 or 2 hours. It's just not worth the trade-off. If there's one thing these guys are good at, it's conserving energy. You look at an alligator like Jigsaw, even like the Guapo, Fahrenheit over there, that's Sebastian, Debo, whose head I grabbed out of the water. I think that's Snoopy over there. I think either that's Snoopy or Darth. Most of these guys in here, they can easily go 6 months, no food at all. This is what they do for a living, and they're really good at it. Now, it doesn't mean that they like me, or we're friends, or we go out for custard and take windy walks at the beach together at night. These guys, they don't like me. It's actually a lot like my parents' house around the holidays. Everybody just kind of tolerates me. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and grab you guys an alligator. And I do have a certain rotation system I use just to make sure each gator's not doing too many shows throughout the day, try to keep it at 1 or 2 shows tops, just so they don't get stressed out. But it is actually monthly show, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it for you guys. But he's not a bad alligator, he's kind of big, so if he doesn't want to do the show, there's not much I can do about it, but usually he's alright. See how he's feeling today. Monthly, you gotta wait until I get you in the middle and then you walk. Right there. Right in the middle, Monthly. It's amazing how fast they move, isn't it? I don't like to too close to the glass because you're like going forward. Okay, so if you were a Seminole warrior back in the late 1800s, you're going out catching one of these guys, you're doing it to feed your family, but you always wanted to catch them alive. Okay, alligator meat spoils very quickly in the hot Florida sun. First thing you want to do, you want to secure the jaws. An alligator this size, he has over 2,000 pounds of crushing power per square inch in his jaws. It's enough to crush any bone in your body. You do need 2 hands to tie a good knot, so something has to hold those jaws shut while you do it. You risk losing your fingers in the process. So the Seminoles, they came up with a technique that we now refer to as bulldogging, and I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that for you guys. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Muttley's jaws shut between my chin and my chest, and that will leave my hands free to take out leather or rope and tie a knot. If you guys want to take any pictures, I recommend waiting till my arms go out to the side, or you see the blood pouring down my throat. This is usually where I tell the kids to just, hey, stay in school. What? Kids never like that joke. Jigsaw, give me a hand with this. Take your pictures quickly, please. This would give me time to take out leather or rope, do double grabs, tie a knot, and have myself a cotton-tied alligator. Now, I'm going to go over some of Muttley's anatomy for you guys real quick. So the eyes of an alligator are very well protected. They have very deep eye sockets. So anything that threatens the eyes, it just kind of drops to the bottom of the eye sockets out of the way of harm. He's got upper leathery eyelids, lower eyelids like you and I have. He also has a third eyelid. It's called the nictitating membrane. It's a little transparent lens you're going to see from front to back. I'm going to show you guys on this side first, but you're going to see it right when the eye kind of pops open, okay? So, go for it. Right there, one more time. Right there. And then that nictitating membrane kind of acts like a pair of goggles for the alligator underwater. Right there. It also helps with clear dust and debris from his eyes. Side. Right there. And then right behind his eyes, his ears, little flaps. Very cute, very cute. And even with those small ears, alligators can actually hear better than you and I can on land. They can also hear very, very well under the water. Now, between the ears, behind the eyes, located right about there, alligator's brain. Now, the alligator's brain, it's about the size of a walnut, being generous. The only animal in the entire world with a smaller brain-to-body size ratio is, of course, the alligator wrestler. I still don't get that joke. Or you may be asking yourself, what separates alligator wrestling from alligator capturing, right? Dangerous stunts, like we do right now. So this first trick is called the Florida Smile. It's just opening the alligator's jaws, showing all 80 teeth, if you let us go. Hey, Muttley, I'm just trying to show the teeth, that's all. What's up with you? Hey, look. Hey, Muttley, look, just be cool, man. Just be cool. Look, they know you're an alligator, I know you're an alligator. You got nothing to prove, kid. Just don't go for it. That's where we have a problem with this glass up there. Good? He's still working out? Very good. He likes to make it look dangerous sometimes. He's a bit of a showman, you know. So like I said, 40 teeth on top, 40 teeth on the bottom. If you look in the back of the throat, you're going to see he has a little to no throat opening. He's got an oversized palatal valve or glottis, and that actually allows him to capture his prey underwater without drowning. Usually then surface above the water to swallow that prey whole. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do one last trick for you guys. This last trick, if it's done right, it's called the close shave. If it goes horribly, horribly wrong, it's called the face-off. You know? So, hey, listen, when I was a kid, my dream was always to be a musician. The entertainment industry sucked me in. This is where it spit me out. You know? Seriously, kid, just stay in school. Same face, like, I don't know about that. Hey, look, last trick on hero stuff. the last trick. Belonging things at this point. I think you like the attention. You're a menace. Sometimes people clap. Hey, listen, this smells amazing, by the way. Thanks. He's like, okay. As you guys can see, there's no animosity towards you, there's no hard feelings or anything like that. They're not man-eating vicious monsters like people make them out to be, You leave them alone, you don't feed them, you don't swim in their habitats, they'll leave you alone. And even with, like I tell people all the time, like I'm not special for doing this. Like Muttley's special for letting me do these things. At the end of the day, he's a 220-pound alligator, solid bone and muscle. I'm not doing anything with him that he doesn't allow me to do. Even just opening his jaws, I can't, But it's interesting because even with him moving around like that, he's not trying to hurt me, he's not trying to bite me. He's like, all right, dude, let's finish this up more than anything else. They're not aggressive, they don't want to hurt anybody. It really is just you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. It's a sweet alligator. But with that, guys, that is the end of the show. Again, anything you do, throw in the tip basket. I appreciate it. When you guys exit, you're going to exit to your left and then kind of circle around back. They have a baby alligator and a snake back there for you guys to check out. It is cool. I recommend checking it out. If anybody has any questions, feel free to Google it. What's your question?
Oh, there's a snake and a baby alligator in the corner.
I see.
Yeah, be patient.
It's called Airboat. And it's really interesting. It's like exactly what you think a dinosaur would sound like. It's like this really low, like rumble, like growl.
Yeah, go that way. Yeah.
What's it now?
Probably more gators. Yeah.
Yeah, dirty water.
Let's go.
In the water. Well, a big massive one.
It's hiding.
No, it's not. You can see it.
See there, yeah, sure. So that show was really good.
You can't
That guy was very knowledgeable, a bit risky, but yeah, good.
No, that's not a baby. That's not a baby one.
That baby one.
That's not a baby one. The gator.
It's been a busy day for today. Fell asleep.